Bruh. Let's get started, people. Take your seats. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. We get a free shirt after all these years. Oh, pretty good. Okay, we're ready? We have a quorum now. Okay. Meeting come to order. Welcome to Neighborhood Board 14. It is now 6:34. First of all, I want to congratulate all of our new and other returning board members. Congratulations. All of you have now been officially sworn in, so you are now part of the Neighborhood Board 14. And again, nice seeing all of you again. Just a couple of administrative announcements. If you have a cell phone, please turn it off. If you want to be recognized, please raise your hand, especially those on WebEx. And actually, I need a motion because we like to add on under presentations, long-term disaster plan community survey, and to be added as item number 2 under presentations.
I move.
Moved by Brandon.
Second.
Seconded by Carol. Any discussion? Not? I'm just going to ask for a raise of hands, a show of hands. Please raise your right hand if you're in favor of adding that onto the under presentations. Cara and Zodell, thank you.
So Chair Fong,
Yes.
we need 9 to have 2/3 to adjust the agenda. I just realized that we only have 8. Yeah.
What if we vote them on and then we can add them in?
Yes, anyone is dealing with this sub-district?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'll postpone that motion till we have a quorum 9, 2/3. And I'm going to assume we are going to get 9.
We have it.
Yeah, all right. So we'll hold off on regards to that motion. Okay, the other thing I like to do is under item 2, well, actually item A rather, under new business, we have certificates of recognition. And unless there are any objections, I'd like to insert that after number 8. So that whoever's here who's going to receive a certificate may be able to leave and doesn't have to wait to the new business. Are there any objections to that? I think we only have one
We
here.
still need the 9, so maybe do that.
We still need
Any agenda adjustment.
Okay, thank you. I thought that would have been an easy one. We'll wait on the 9th, all right. Now with that, let's start off with our governmental agencies. Hello, Fire Department? No. I see the Huddle Police Department, Sergeant Layton. HPD? All right.
No, he's going.
Hi, sir.
Why don't we go to the,
There he is.
oh, there he is. Oh, it's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
Lieutenant?
Yeah, hi. I'm Lieutenant Creighton Hatiko. I'm with the Night Watch here at Kalihi Station. And I'm going to provide to you guys some statistics from last month. Calls for service were down. We had, in your area, there was, in the month of May, 1,338 calls. In June, it dropped to 1,284 calls. For burglary offenses, there were 5. Motor vehicle thefts, there were 6. Basic thefts, there were 15. And unauthorized entry into motor vehicles, there was 5. So it's kind of consistent month to month within the last 2 months. I'd like to remind everyone that because we're into summer season, there's going to be a lot more younger people out and about. And a lot of times, because they're excited for summer, they're not really paying attention to what they're doing around the roadways. So if we could advise people to just be a little more alert, because the kids are not going to be. So, any questions?
No, just one comment. I want to thank the HPD in regards to sending up patrol cars or just cars up to Liliha Heights to really cut down on the crime. It really was a deterrent. So thank you very much. Any questions from the board? Henry?
Yeah, I was curious. I've been watching the news, and more I hear about machetes, attacks, and things like that. Can you enlighten me more in regards to the situation? And I always thought you can't carry a blade more than what, 6, 8 inches or some sort.
Actually, our state does not have a length requirement or a length limit for blades. The only things that there are, it's concrete, is you cannot have a double edged, or you cannot have a switchblade or anything that opens automatically. And unfortunately, because of the nature of our state, every house has a machete, because a lot of people do yard work, and realistically for our district, it ends up being, unfortunately, it's something that's easily purchased. You can go to Long's, you can go to Foodland, you can buy a large knife or a machete, because most people, the vast majority of people, use it for legitimate purposes. But apparently, a lot of these younger kids younger people are found to be holding them, but it's because it's something that they can get access to easily. Whenever we see someone that we feel should not be carrying any kind of what we consider might be dangerous to others, we address it. We're not necessarily in the capability to just walk up to a person and take something away from them, but it depends on their behavior. If we notice that they're carrying these kids, younger kids, where the machetes that you've been hearing about, it's younger, like gang type kids, and it's being used in violence against other gang type members. It's rare where we have random people just getting attacked with this sort of thing. So it's primarily tied into, I hate to say gang violence because we don't have a gang problem, but the ones who's perpetrating it is these kids who are hanging out in sort of like gangs. Yeah, but we do address it when we do see it. They're pretty good about hiding it. We get a lot of calls. When the calls come in, the people are very descriptive about who's carrying it and what, and our guys are usually quick to respond, and we have no problem taking it away from people who are not supposed to have it.
Any other questions? Yes, Chance.
With that recent case of the 4 fentanyl overdoses in Waikiki, I'm curious as to if there's been any sort of fentanyl cases within the Liliha area, and if there's any steps.
Yeah, as of yet, we haven't had anything. I've talked with our crew units and our daytime guys, and no one's really had any type of where it's a possible exposure or anything like that. So I'm not sure what the logistics is of it. We are aware that it's a growing problem, but as of yet, in terms of my experience, we haven't had any yet on the night watch. Yeah, and the day watch they haven't either. Yeah, so but unfortunately, I think it's just it's kind of a matter of time. But from my experience, I'm coming up on 23 years in the department. Hawaii people tend to lean more towards drugs that aren't necessarily where they feel it might be fatal. So it seems like even that group that passed away in Waikiki, it seemed like they weren't. I mean, when you look at the kind of people it wasn't like they were people who are what you would consider an addict. They weren't homeless. They were regular people having some kind of celebration, and they felt like they wanted to try that stuff, and that's what happened, because it's something that's unregulated, and they're getting it from illicit sources. But for in general, Kalihi, I have not seen or heard of any kind of fentanyl-based stuff. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what would be the drug of choice if it's not fentanyl or whatever?
It's
Here in
methamphetamine, sir. Yeah.
Meth?
It's yeah, it's basic still crystal meth. Yeah, that's something that's still relatively cheap for them to get and for them to ingest.
Second question I have, and it's the only thing that bothers me, and I hope it's never gonna come true. But you know, I think since the first 3 months of this year, I think I heard the news said they had 33 mass shootings on the mainland. Are we pretty much, I don't know if you can answer this question, are we pretty much protected from that type of situation? That we have a control on these type of assault weapons here in Hawaii?
I think the thing that contributes to that a lot is in Hawaii, people tend to take action if they see something like that. It's not like in the mainland where people kind of mind their own business. Because it's such a law state, and you know, people tend to be niele and they're not ashamed to speak up. Especially now in this day and age, it would be hard even for a school type, because as it stands, people in Hawaii, I feel like they're willing to take action, even if it's at the risk of their life. There is currently many of the schools. I know some corporations have gotten active shooter training to recognize, and they're taught how to screen prospective employees and that sort of thing, and to recognize people that might be a risk and that sort of thing. But it's really the Hawaii attitude, I think, that really kind of saves us, because it's hard to. You look at the mainland, a lot of these guys, they're considered loners. People say, I never suspected it, and that sort of thing. In Hawaii, if your auntie thinks you're weird, she's going to say something. And, you know, people can't necessarily stockpile guns because somebody's going to say something. I mean, I knock on wood that it never happens here, but I thank God that I look at it as a law spirit, really, that helps us in these kinds of situations. And but we do, I assure you, we train extensively on this, right down to our beat officers. I've been through active shooter training on a couple of times, so we're prepared if it does happen. We won't suffer from the things that they suffered in Texas of inaction or anything like that, I assure you. But yeah, I know it's hard to, just looking at the state of the world as it is now, it's hard to not feel apprehensive about it. But we can only prepare so much, and we can. I really trust in the public to be our partners in this and let us know, and give us any kind of heads up or any kind of intel that'll help all of us in that kind of situation.
Well, thank you. That's very good to hear. Very
No problem, sir.
well,
No problem.
optimistic is a good word. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, Henry.
Yeah, hi. Two questions anyway. One was, these younger individuals, are they part of the lower income groups in KPT and their rights and things like that? Because about 4 or 5 months ago, I think one of your sergeants was presenting to us your special unit anyway that goes after these younger individuals out in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and riding their bikes and skateboards and things like that. Are they closely related? Are they the same? Or, I mean, what type of individual?
You know, unfortunately, I really don't want to stereotype anyone, but truthfully, it ends up being majority of the times those younger individuals that you're talking about from those same places. It's not a I'm not condemning any kind of race or anyone's economic background. And it's just to be honest that I don't know how to explain, because everyone's around here, the young people, they all have the same opportunities. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what drives them, and what causes them to do these sort of things. Um, in my experience, a lot of it is driven by they have easy access to alcohol, and when they get alcohol into their systems, it really um, it fuels their bad decisions. But
But
honestly,
it's
yes,
illegal?
that's
You're a young
hmm?
minor, right?
Yeah. But a lot of them, nightly we have what they call beer runs at the 7-Elevens and the mom and pop shops, and it's hard for them themselves to stop it because they kind of really lock down everything and be a functioning store. Um, and I don't know if I'm not going to speculate on whether on how they are getting, but I do know that they make a lot of they shoplift a lot and beer runs and that sort of thing, and it's usually alcohol is what they're taking. Yeah.
Does does parents have consequences when they get caught anyway? Besides drinking, but
I
other
well,
other
I would
mischief that
suggest to
they get?
you sometimes it's easy to look and say it's a parent issue, but a lot of these families, the parents have more than two jobs. They're working day to night, and really it's hard for them a lot of times. I've seen personally a lot of families have one bad black sheep in the family. Everyone else is industrious, hardworking, and do everything, and then they have one child or person that is misdirected, and that's why I understand. I never try to stereotype them. It's based on the individual, and I think unfortunately, like you said, their economically speaking, it's causing them to not be able to really um, keep a physical eye on their children all the time because they have to work. They have to work.
Okay.
But
All right,
in terms
last
of consequences, yeah, there's not really. You guys, I don't know if you guys know, but the juvenile system in Hawaii is it's kind of for a lot of the kids, even the ones that do kind of violent crimes, it's the penalties is not something that really scares the kids. Like a lot of these kids I've talked to as young as 10, 12 years old, they have no fear of police or they're going to the detention home. Um, and it's an ongoing thing. I mean, that's what we have in place. We try to make it, but for like adults where they fear being incarcerated or being arrested, um, a lot of these kids, for even the ones who have been in through the judicial system here and gone to do DH and stayed there for extended times, it's not much of a deterrent to them.
Okay.
last question anyway, that dealt with what's his question is
Mhm.
how many of these shootings and things like that, I hear about the ghost guns, how many of them are legally law-abiding citizens versus the guys that can't obtain a firearm and things like that? I mean, I'm trying to get a ratio of
Um,
how
in my
many guns are out
experience,
there and how many of them are legally owned or law-abiding citizens versus criminals in itself anyway.
I haven't seen any shooting involving a law-abiding citizen so far. In my experience, it's primarily been criminal against criminal. And in those situations, unfortunately, the way it is now, ghost guns are it's easy to get specific parts that they can assemble a ghost gun with, but for some reason, it's not a lot of people have the expertise or the wherewithal to do it. Um, I've personally witnessed. We've brought in two, where we've recovered two ghost guns. And we've the one shooting that I've been working through that was up at KVH. Um, Person shot in his back. In that case, the victim didn't cooperate with us. He's trying to walk away when he got shot in the back. Um, he didn't want to answer any questions. He didn't even want to talk to us, even when we followed up with him at the hospital. So there hasn't been a situation where it's law-abiding people are involved. It's right now. It's primarily when you hear more often than not the victim is some kind of is not necessarily an upstanding citizen.
Could you tell the reporters that? I mean, each firearm
We
incident.
The reporters
Present
know, but they're going to report it in the most sensational way as they can, and they have the same information that I'm giving you guys. That's the same thing we give to them, and they rather report it in a fantastic fashion.
All right. Thank you very much. It was very informative today.
Thank
No,
you.
no problem, sir.
Any other questions from the board? How about from the general public? Thank you very much, Lieutenant. That was very informative. Thank you.
Okay, you guys have a good evening.
You too.
Come back next month.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Before I ask Iris to give a report, I want to actually welcome our newest member and ask him how does he pronounce his first name?
Zoidel.
Zoidel. All right, and I understand you work for the Neighborhood Commission?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, welcome aboard. Yeah. Zoidel, all right. All right, and moving on, Iris, next up.
Hi there, good evening. Okay, so I have my one main break report is on June 10th. 6-inch cast iron was a main break near 2771 Poly Highway. And a general water announcement. So July is Smart Irrigation Month, where outdoor water use typically increases. With abnormally hot and dry summer and below normal rainfall, please do your part to use less water by, and I got 4 different things to list, install a weather-based irrigation controller. This device uses local weather stations to adjust your irrigation system's operating times based on the plant's water needs. You can apply for a rebate for up to $100 from the Board of Water Supply. Number 2 is there's install a rain barrel. It collects rainwater and holds it for later use for such on lawns, gardens, or indoor plants. And if you do this, you qualify for a $40 rebate from the Board of Water. We also suggest to water before 9 a.m. and after 5 p.m. And the 4th would be inspect your irrigation system for leaks or misdirected broken sprinkler heads. So this is just 4 items, but go to boardofwatersupply.com/irrigation and you can see some more suggestions. And so that was my general announcement. I had a follow-up from the May meeting. So my customer communications office sent Chair Fong, I hope you received an email back on May 22nd. You guys had some questions about the Kamehameha Water System Improvement Project, Part 3. And you guys, I guess you guys asked the project update. So back in May, so I'm just reading the email. The project is nearly completed. All new water lines have been installed and impacted roads are now restored. So there was a last part of this project that includes placing concrete collars around those meter boxes, typically in the sidewalk or off the roadway. So supposedly it was projected to end around mid-June. So I'm hoping that was done. I'm sorry I didn't get an update before this meeting. And then remember Carol kind of mentioned there was a sign. Maybe I misunderstood, but she mentioned there was a sign that was put up that was
Iris,
a kind of new.
It was a new sign, but I think it was just talking about that third project, because then when I was up walking, I ran into the guys putting on the cement collars, and they said, yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're the final project. So
Oh,
I think that
okay.
sign was just when it should have been there the whole time, but I think it went down somewhere along the way, and then when they started, they put up that sign again.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I was just told there was no sign. So I'm like, So I wanted to follow up with you.
Okay.
So
The
it's
sign is not there anymore. So
It's not
maybe
there
they
anymore.
finished it down.
Okay. Thank you for that update. So yeah, so if there's any new questions that I could possibly address or take back to my communications staff for help.
Any questions from the board? How about the public? If not, Iris, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome back to the new year. Thanks.
Okay, next on the agenda would be item number 3, election of officers. We have to elect a chair, a vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. My understanding, the way we have to do it is we have nominations, then we have to have a motion thereafter, or for a vote and then a motion, I should say.
Is it for each one separately?
Each one, yes. So the first position is the position of chair. Brandon?
I would like to nominate Chair Fong, not Chair Fong, Wes Fong for the position of chair.
All right, since I am being nominated, I have to actually turn the gavel over to the vice chair. We're really on a budget, aren't we?
The gavel has gotten a lot smaller.
Oh, I want that back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm giving you Dr. Gavel after this.
Go ahead, any other nominations?
Any other nominations for chair? Yeah, I move that nominations be closed.
Oh, not necessarily, just,
Not necessarily.
yeah, just have a,
I can do roll call.
Oh, you got it? Okay, great.
So, we have one nomination for Chair Fong. I'll do a roll call and please say the name that you wish to vote for. Ronald Higa,
Yes.
Chair Fong. Carol Kaapu,
Wes Wong?
Zoidel Bagoye,
West Fong.
Brandon Mitsuda,
Wes Fong.
Chance Nawaota,
Wes Fong.
Henry Peng,
Wes Fong.
Cora Yamamoto,
What's wrong?
and Wes Fong. Do you accept? Yeah,
If he abstains, he doesn't get in.
thank you. Wes Fong, I'll do my best to be chair. Thank
Okay,
you.
now I'm turning the gavel back to Sheriff Fong.
I want to thank all of you for your vote of confidence, and thank you for being on the board. Now the nominations are open for vice chair. Chance?
I nominate Board Member Mitsuda for the office of vice chair.
Are there any other nominations? If not, I will entertain a motion that we elect Brandon Matsuda as our vice chair. Roll call, I believe, right?
Okay. Ronald Higa,
Yes.
Brandon Mitsuda, Carol Kaapu,
Brandon Mitsuda.
I love it, Ron.
Zoidel,
Brandon Mitsuda.
Thank you.
Chance Naota,
Brandon Mitsuda.
Henry Payne,
Brandon.
Thank you.
Cora Yamamoto,
Brandon Matsuda.
Chair Fong.
Brandon Matsuda.
and
Congratulations
Brandon
to vice chair. Nominations are open for secretary.
Chair, I'd like to nominate Chance for secretary.
Are there any other nominations? Not, I'll entertain a motion that we elect Chance, Ota. Vote, roll call.
Okay, Ronald Higa,
Yes.
Chance Carol Kaapu,
A chance.
I love that.
Zoidel,
Chance.
Brandon Mitsuda,
Chance.
Chance Naota,
I accept the nomination.
Chance.
At least you didn't abstain.
Cora
Chance.
and Chair Fong.
Chance. Congratulations. Nominations are open for treasurer.
We have a.
If we can wait until the next, so that opening comes again.
That's weird.
All right, we'll just leave that vacant for the time being.
Unless there's any other nomination.
Let's have it on that. Okay. Well, congratulations, and thank you again for the vote of confidence, and looking forward to serving with all of you. It's been a big pleasure, and I think we are one of the best boards. And I don't say that without having, anyway, thank you very much. All right, moving right along. Item number 4, determination of location,
Chair.
time, and date. Yes.
Now that we have everybody sworn in, can we bring in the vacancies?
Oh.
Not yet?
Would that
No,
still
that's-
need a 2/3 vote?
You
Okay.
still need 2/3 vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to have
Yeah, yeah,
more people to vote on the
Yeah, I
time
agree,
and place.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, but the other, next items only needs a majority, not 2/3.
Okay.
Is that correct?
You need quorum.
Yes. Yes, that's 7, right?
Okay.
All right, meeting determination. Right now, we meet on the second Monday of every month. We meet at 6:30. And we don't know where we're gonna meet, but normally, we would like to meet at Mai, but right now it is here at Kapalama Hale. It was at Kalihi Union Church. So that is not gonna be a firm location date, so that could be determined as appropriate. So,
Chair?
I'll entertain a motion that we keep the second Monday of the month, 6:30, and location to be determined.
I would like to move Mountain Lane. I think that we can still say it even if we can't get there, because it's hard to get here. It's not that it's a bad place, but it's hard to get here, and it's not gonna get any better
I
for
agree with
3
you.
years.
Let me ask my guru. Can we do that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can move to meet at the school, and if if there's an issue, then we'll be back here, but you guys can
Very
work.
good. All right, so, again, second Monday of every month, 6:30, at my school. I'll entertain a motion as such.
So moved.
I second.
Moving second that we determine the meeting, the date on the second Monday of every month, time at 6:30, and at my school. All in favor, roll call again, or we show
You
hands?
could ask if there's any objections for this one.
Any objections? Seeing there's none? That's, well, it's not even a motion. So determined,
Right,
right?
bang your paperclip. There you go.
All right.
Bang the paperclip.
Right. Now, the next thing is determination of the board recess schedule. This year, or this term, we took June, but it can be any month, any preference.
Did we take December off too?
Yes.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
I move we do the same, June and December.
My question would be, the reason we took June was because a holiday landed on
Oh,
that
yeah.
Monday. Do we know if there are any holidays landing on the second Monday?
Let me look at the
I meant
calendar.
to check, but.
Okay, why don't we check, somebody check. Good point.
Oh, some, one neighborhood boss said you can have 3 recess per year now.
Yeah, you can have, I think you could always have 3, but they can't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
back-to-back months.
The downtown one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody got a calendar? Looking at Monday.
Looking.
I don't see any.
2023, Tuesday, Monday, September 4th, that's not it. Monday, December not. January 15th, Martin Luther King Day.
Is that a second Monday?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the third?
Monday.
Oh, 15th, okay.
It's the third Monday.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, June 11th, again, Kamehameha.
Yeah, June 11th.
So Tuesday, June 11th, I mean, no, June 11th is Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we meet on Monday.
Right.
Fine.
Great.
I think we can leave it still as June and December, because I don't see any other holiday,
Yeah.
I don't see it.
right? I don't see any other holiday on any other second Monday.
All right, what's your pleasure? I think we all agree on December, right? That's
Yeah.
one. Now,
And then
do you want
June.
another one or you want to keep on going?
We should do June and December.
Well, I'll entertain a motion as such.
I move.
Second.
Is there,
Who's second?
who's second?
So,
Right down.
Yeah. Okay, moved in second. We have our recess in December and in June. Any discussion? Not, all in favor? Can I just do a show of hands?
Sure.
Show of hands? Any objection, any opposed? The motion's carried.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes. Doing it.
next, adoption of oral testimony. Right now, we have limited 5 minutes for presentation, 3 minutes for a report, and 1 minute for testimony. And to me, it's work. It's working. Can I, there's no
Chair?
objection?
I'd like to move that we keep the same rules for our testimony and our presentations.
I second.
Moved by Carol, seconded by Brandon. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Very good. Motion's carried, thank you. Next is establish the regular order for agendas. And right now I asked our neighborhood assistant what that meant, and he doesn't know either, but that's okay. What I understand is whatever I, as the chair, propose as the agenda is the agenda.
Wow, great job.
And I'll follow the same format that I've done before.
Yeah.
Any objections to that? I need a motion.
Chair, I'd like to move that we keep the same agenda that you've been doing. It's been working well, having the city up front, the first responders first, and then going into everything else. It's been working very well.
One question, Cora, do you mind staying up front in the UMPA as opposed to the end?
You're muted.
Cora, you're muted.
Oh, yep, that's fine.
Yeah, because before we put it all the way at the end.
Yeah.
And everybody. Okay, we'll keep it. Right,
Second.
Second,
I second.
move the second, we keep the agenda as prepared by the chair in the past. Discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Motion's carried. Establishment of committees, subcommittees, and their membership. If there are no objections, I want to put it as needed. Any objections to that? We never had any. Okay, very good. Next is resident concerns. I believe we do have, yes.
I have one, but there's one already.
Yes, we have a gentleman here who has come, who wasn't on the agenda, but I said, come on in and do your resident concern. Can you give us your name and whom you represent and stand right over here? And you can tell us what you're here for, and I know you passed something out, right? Yes. Let's see, here we go. Oh, you can stand up.
Yeah, okay. Aloha, everyone on Zoom. My name is Dallas Santaveros, here with the Hawaii Public Housing Authority. This is my first neighborhood board meeting, so I'm very excited to be here and learn with you all and just really present what the department has to offer, as well as taking it back to Gov's comm team. This is my first neighborhood board meeting, so I will be taking over Ben Ho, who was was here prior to me. But the update that I do have that was given to me was the Liliha Palama property and when what that timeline looks like and when work will be done. And the details that were given to me by the executive director, Hakeem Wansafi, was that permits are still being processed through the city right now. We hope to have shovels in the ground soon, maybe this year, but as of right now, that's the only update I could provide with that property.
Great.
Can I ask you, you mean School Street redevelopment?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
Good. Yes, if you want us to put you on the agenda, email me and we'll put you on the agenda maybe for a status.
He's the gov's rep.
Yeah.
He's the governor's rep.
Oh, are you the governor's rep? Nobody told me that. I'm sorry. All right. Well, welcome. All right.
Thank you, yeah, thank you so much.
All right, yeah, right. I'm sorry, your name again was?
Dallas, Dallis, and then last name is Ontiveros.
R-O-S. D-A-L-L-I-S. O-N-T-I-V-E-R-O-S.
It's V for Victor, Tiveros. So we'll replace the D with
Oh,
the V.
V,
Yeah.
oh, well, Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. Welcome aboard.
And then
Thank you
so
if you don't recognize him, he can get us some news, so.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's my background.
I just asked our neighborhood assistant, who's our need? I don't know. So that's
There
why,
is?
wait, see, when I asked, who was it, call me? Who is he? He's gonna come and give a report. I don't know. But see, we introduce you as who you work for, not that you're our new governor's representative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
good.
You tell Puli who he is, okay?
All right.
Spencer? Yeah. Tell him. Yeah, who he is, why he's here.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome.
Thank
Big
you.
round of applause for our new.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
And then we're gonna gloves are back.
Now we have a full house. We got a representative for every entity, government entity. All right, let's see. Oh, you have something.
Yes, I do. I had brought up before, but it's getting worse. Lines needing repainting on Hoftailing Street from the freeway up to Hillcrest. They're almost gone in some places, and now with like really big trucks and things, and you've got 3 lanes, and they're kind of in the middle of them, and it's getting really dangerous because in some places there's no lines at all left on the street. And you have 2 or 3 lanes with no lines, it's not safe.
Okay, let's note that. Is Edward here or?
It's right behind you.
Oh. Hey, how's that? All right. Also, another thing under resident concerns, I like to say that I had made mention at the last meeting that there's an off-ramp. You know that. Off-ramp from Wiley to the Poly.
Yep.
It's still got a hump, and my wife is pissed. I'm sorry, mad about that. So can you have it fixed?
So that's a DOT project, yeah? That's a state project, so.
Oh, okay, state.
Dallas, now you tell it to
You know what we're
Dallas.
talking about?
Say the area again.
Okay, you know what, are you familiar with Wiley Street, on ramp to Poly Highway? Okay, you go this way, and you go down, right? And then you get into the Poly Highway, there's a big hump there. So if you could flatten it out, we appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, great,
Wiley on the off ramp to
Yeah.
Holly.
right. Thank you very much.
That one is in the
Yes.
repaving process.
There's this one crosswalk at Kokea and School Street, that intersection, where I believe I brought this up before, but they said it isn't a crosswalk, but there's still a crosswalk sign there. So I would like some clarification if it's still gonna be used as a crosswalk, or if if they're gonna in fact repaint those lines. I'll submit a neighbor report.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you got that one? What is that? Is that a city?
That's city.
All right, Ron.
This is about the rail, that there will be some changes, because some bus route will be changes, like 1A, Route A will be modified between Blue Ridge and US Manoa, and will bypass Kalihi via H1 freeway. Route A will not serve Waipahu, Pearl City, Kalihi Stretch Center, North King Street between Middle Street and Liliha, Route 1 and 1L, okay? and 1L going to be extended from Aloha Stadium connection between Aloha Stadium, Kali Treasure Center, King Street, and Hawaii Kai. Well, 1L between Kalihi Treasure Center will not change. New service area will be Aloha Stadium, Treasure Fertility along South Lake and Ala Ilima Street. And also, the wheel hours is going to be weekdays from 5 a.m. to 7. Weekend and holidays could be from 8 to 7 p.m. Okay? So if you need more information, you can go to the wheel station and pick up one of each.
Terrific.
Okay?
Out of curiosity, how many of you went to the the free inaugural? How was it?
I thought it was not bad. I had a few friends on board with me that got a little bit motion sick. It's not as smooth as you might think, but it's beautiful.
What people have to
Chair?
realize is
Chair?
Wait, one second, Cora. Brand?
Oh,
Yeah, what
okay.
people have to realize is that, the rail is picking up speed. So as it picks up speed and especially as it makes its turns, there's a lot of movement right to left. So if you have any type of motion sickness or any type of problems balancing, it's important to sit down, and also it's important to look forward if you're on the rail. It's important.
Yes, Cora.
Oh,
You
just
went.
I wrote it the Sunday, over the free weekend. I've ridden in a lot of subways and trains. I lived in New York and Tokyo and Boston and San Francisco, and I think a lot of the comments about the unsteady, the movement and it's not as smooth, probably come from people who haven't ridden very many trains. The old systems are really, they really shake you around, and you really have to know when to hold. You should hold on all the time, but it's especially when it's starting up and curves.
So you're saying it's really.
It's
to be
good.
expected.
It's good. It's to be expected, pretty much.
Have you ridden the BART in
Yep,
San
I have.
Francisco?
Yep, I have.
How would you compare?
It's
Oh, do you know-
it's comparable, I guess. But
Yeah,
it's a
compared-
larger
like the
train,
bus.
larger system.
Okay, I got it. All right.
Well,
Any other comments about the rail?
yeah,
Yes.
especially in the Pro City area, if you ever sat in the front of the rails, the front car or the back car, you can actually see the curvature. It's like a snake going through that area.
Yeah.
It's not straight, period.
It's
And
not
even the
straight, yeah.
tracks within the cement.
The tolerances and the expectation from Hart is, to me, not acceptable. It was in a rush to finish the back end of it.
Oh, well, you're not making me very happy to jump on.
It's beautiful, Wes, it's beautiful.
Well, I mean, but if I'm going like, oh, man, I gotta go take my Dramamine, in, right? Oh,
Right.
Well, if you bring your gavel, I think it's free still.
Bring my walk.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I rode the wheel and it was really good. It was good, but the only thing was short distance. So give them time to expand to Middle Street and to Pokaku. Okay, give them time because they have to go step by step.
Give them time.
And
I'm just
much more
happy that it got started before I passed away. I told somebody, I was wondering about, will I be alive when the thing gets started? So it asked, so I'm happy with that. It started, and it started, I remember when I was working in Fosse's administration. So that's how I.
But Wes, everybody tells me you're never gonna pass away, so.
You mean the rail or me? All right, anybody else? Any comments from the board?
We have one more resident community
Be
concern.
patient.
I'm sorry?
We have another resident community concern.
Oh, okay.
Mr.
Sorry.
Robert Armstrong.
Robert, you have a resident concern? Hi, welcome.
Aloha, Chair Fong. Thank you for recognizing me. Bob Armstrong of the Downtown Chinatown Neighborhood Board. And speaking of Mayor Fossey, that's why I'm actually in front of you today and speaking to all the residents of your neighborhood. I want to make you aware of a meeting that's going to be scheduled for Saturday, 19th of August at 1 o'clock in Chinatown at 1152 Smith Street. That's the old Channel 14 studios, which is now New Life Center, 1152 Smith Street on Saturday, 19th of August. And what we're trying to do is bring all of our community and island together to take a look and revitalize, rejuvenate, and reinvigorate the neighborhood board system. It's been about 15 years since we took a look at the plan and the jurisdictions and the way the office is run and the commissioners and how they're selected, and time that we kind of sharpen that saw. And so our very first organizational meeting is, again, Saturday, 19th of August at 1 o'clock at 1152 Smith Street. It's open to everyone on the island, and we'll get to work. And I hope in about a year or so, we'll have a great white paper to bring to the commission, as well as city council and the mayor, and make this and continue to make this the very best neighborhood board system the world has ever seen. And I thank you for the time to address the board.
Well, thank you very much, Bob, and thank you for your service on the neighborhood board. You're continuing, aren't you? On the
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, is there
And Chair Fong, you're one of my heroes too. So,
please, thank you very much. Do you have any handout in regards to this meeting or any information?
do I
The
have
reason
any
I asked-
handouts? Did you say?
Yeah, or you know what you're going to be discussing, etc.
No, we have a tentative area. We have a tentative plan of bundling or siloing all issues under 3 categories. But I really, really want this to be a grassroots meeting. So I don't want to put too much structure to it or too much administration. In other words, I really want people to come with their ideas and comments and suggestions, and then we go from there. I think this first meeting has got to be the longest, and then we'll meet in another month after we kind of get ourselves organized and siloed, as I just said, and then comes the hard work, and we expect that to take 6 to 12 months, and hopefully a year from now we'll have that white paper.
Who's organizing this?
It started, Chair Fong, I think you know me well enough that when I see a need, I kind of go and try to answer it. And so it started with a conversation between me and a couple other neighborhood board folk who are elected in other places of this island, some deficiencies that we see, as well as some opportunities that shouldn't be missed. And so after looking at the history of the plan and knowing that it's not always followed, we thought that now is the time to get this going, and it's got to start somewhere. So it started with us.
Okay, well, good. If you're getting more information, let us know. But I have it down, 19th of August, 1 p.m. at 1152 Smith Street, correct?
Smith Street. And there's a city parking garage right off of Baratania behind the building, so it's easy in and out.
Okay, thank you.
One more.
Aloha.
Any more?
Jack James.
Somebody else have a resident concern?
Mr. James?
Yes, thank you very much, Chair and board members. My name is Jack. Hi, my name is Jack James, and I apologize. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty this afternoon. I hope I'm not disconnected. But at any rate, I am the founder and president of Honolulu 7 Recall. We're the group that will be recalling 7 of the Honolulu City Council members. And I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself. We're going to be in your neighborhood in a number of ways. We want to be really good neighbors. I'll make sure that Chair Fong knows my contact information in case you have any questions. And we'll have one of our team members at every one of your neighborhood boards in case you do have questions. Our process started on July 1st, and it'll take us 14 months to accomplish the goal.
Thank you. You can email me any information. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Any questions?
City Council, which seven?
Mr.
There's a question here.
Yes, sir.
Which seven?
The question is which seven?
It's everyone but Andrea Topola and Augie Talba, the other seven. They all voted on the pay raise, and that is the impetus of the recall. And then the fact that Chair Waters would not allow you and I to speak and would not allow the issue to come on an agenda to be spoken to was really what was the exacerbating factor. So we've really had a lot of ground support in all 7 districts. We've got team leaders in each district. We're up over 100 people right now in terms of leadership, and we're already into the thousands of people that are willing to sign the petition. In 38 years of living on Oahu, I've never seen a single issue that more people were upset about.
Okay, thank you. Let us know. Jen?
We'll be here with, in case you have questions. Thank you for your.
One more question, Jack. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
Mr. James. If I understand, Councilmember Cordero refused the pay raise, right? So should be included in this, I guess, the 7?
Yes, she is. And the reason is Councilwoman Cordero did not support it until after she voted for it. I mean, she did not come out against it until after she voted for Bill 10 on June 7th, which included the pay raise. The next day, she conveniently came out against the pay raise, but she did not do anything to help stop it prior to that date, and that's the reason she'll be recalled.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you very much, Jack.
My pleasure, and we'll be back here, and we're here to answer your questions. You have a wonderful evening.
Okay, let's move right along. Reports of members' attendance at any other meetings? Any? Okay, moving along. There is no report, Cora, I understand, from OMPO.
Correct.
All right.
Yep. Yep. No report this time around.
Okay. Where are you anyway?
Boston. Boston, where it's 1:30 a.m.
I was about to say.
So I'm fading fast. I'm fading fast, so talk quickly.
Oh, you're terrific. Thank you for your sacrifice. What's, out of curiosity, what's the temperature?
Well, it was really hot the last few days. Up to 90, but we have rain today, so it's it's not that cold. It's like 68 in the middle of the night.
Well, that's comfy.
Stay safe, Cora.
Yeah, it's comfortable. Yep.
Next, filling vacancies, sub-district 1, 4, 5, and 3. Are there any candidates for any of those sub-districts? I believe there's one candidate, and his name is, I'm sorry, what is your name again?
Wow.
Yeah, and what position is it that would you like to fill?
Sub-district 3. 3.
Sub-district 3. Anybody else want to? Well, one at a time. Sub-district 3. Anybody else want to fill sub-district 3's vacancies? If not, I'll entertain a, first of all, the question I have is for you. Can you come up over here, please? Yeah? Can you tell us, where are you?
He's coming.
Right, why do you want to join our neighborhood board? Again.
Just for the community involvement, make sure that everything, so people have an avenue of putting things out there that they have complaints about, things they're concerned about. I had 2, but both of them got solved before I got here. There was cars parked on the outside the road for the last month, but somebody told me to do that.
Yeah, we took care of it.
How many years were you on the last time?
I was on it for 16 years, and then in 2020 I got sick, so then I've been off of it. And I was back on it again.
Yeah.
Last year.
Hey, Dale.
I guess you like our board.
And he's wearing treasurer green, so.
Oh, is that what that is?
Any questions from the board?
No.
Then I'll entertain a motion that we elect, is that elect or
Appoint.
elect?
Either
Appoint.
one.
Elect
Elect.
Dale White as a member of Neighborhood Board 14, moved by,
As a member of
District three.
Sub-District 3, I would like to nominate Dale White as another member of Sub-District 3.
I second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor?
We'll do a roll call.
Roll
Can you-
call.
can you-
Oh.
He went to the restroom, he'll be right back, but I don't think you need, you could just do it.
Started.
Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and
Six,
vote.
seven, no, there's 7 of us.
Good.
Yeah, that's
Let's
not
do it.
Okay, Ron, please say Dale White or another name. Ronald Higa.
Yes.
Dale White. Carol Kopp.
Dale White.
Zoidel Magoe.
Del White.
Brandon Mitsuda.
Mr. Treasurer Green, Dale White.
Chance Naota.
Dale White.
Henry Payne.
Dale.
Cora Yamamoto.
Dale.
And Chair Fong.
Dale White.
Congratulations, Dale.
You want to take a brief recess so I can?
I'll just take him in the back. You guys go ahead.
Okay. All right, stick it on.
Hey, Dale, be gentle with our neighborhood board assistant, we need it.
Are there any other candidates from any of the other sub-districts?
We tried, but they don't, they're not in. Wait, what about you? What subject are you in? Oh, okay. I can adopt you, like adopt the park.
Hey, don't touch them.
All right.
Done a great
Sorry.
job in the city. Come on.
Sorry. Adopt me.
All right, moving right along, mayor's representative. And I wanna thank our mayor representative. You remember before, we never saw his smiley face in person. He was always in his office. So,
Look at this guy.
I'd say that you guys will be headed down the street from me to my.
Wow. That was a plug right there. That wasn't subtle at all.
No, my is close to my house as well, so I'm just located just outside of neighborhood board 14. So so on behalf of the mayor, you can check out his newsletter. It's located on oneoahu.org. A few highlights from the newsletter. One is the first one you talked about already, so it's rail. So that started operation on June 30th. I did get to ride on it. Folks experiencing motion sickness, I noticed if you sit in the middle of the train versus at either end, it was a lot more smoother of a ride. So if you are prone to motion sickness or something, I'd recommend middle of the train. Let's see. Also on the newsletter, we talked reporting that the mayor did sign the city council adopted budget, $3.41 million operating budget for fiscal year 24. Included in that is a one-time $350 tax credit, which when you kind of multiply it over all the homeowners here on the island, amounts to about $53 million, you know, of that budget going to go to tax relief. Now that tax relief will be taken out of the of your real property tax bills coming out and going to be distributed this summer. So that's where you're going to see the relief on that. So $350 tax credit. I also want to report that 2 Central Oahu pools open just in time for summer in April. That would be at Waipahu and Pro City District Parks. So happy to have that open for summer and for the recreation of the kids in summer fun. Update on Iwilei Resource Center just down the street. Probably saw in the news that we did open that up. Our new operation core is providing medical respite for folks on the street. Facility can handle as many as 19 patients at this time. Right now I heard they're aiming to get to 15. They're hoping to get to 15 by the end of this week, as many as 15 by the end of this week. So they kind of launched that on picking it up slowly. Last item I have from the newsletter is that we are opening up the rent and utility relief program one more time this summer. There's going to be $25 million in state and local from the state and local recovery funds to fund this initiative for more rent and utility relief. As far as other items that were brought up at the last meeting, some updates I have for you. First one I have is on tire slashing. There was an issue that came up about tire slashing the last neighborhood board meeting back in May. So there's only 2 reports that HPD kind of found on their records. Both occurred on April 17, 2023, related to a domestic violence issue. Suspect's been identified, and HPD's progressed on that one. Catalytic converter theft. Looking for, he had requested stats from years 2018, 2020, and 22. Is what HPD's provided me. In 2022, there was 1 catalytic converter theft in beat 567. So I don't know what the HPD beats are as far as location. I don't know, Spencer, if you know. Okay. The other one, otherwise in 2022, there were 2 thefts in HPD beat 571. And then they also provide the HPD report numbers. Next meeting, I'll work to kind of get you the specific areas by, right now they reported to me in HPD beats. So I know that doesn't translate to a geographic area that folks are probably hoping for. Update on abandoned vehicles. So we had HPD working in coordination with the Department of Customer Services, who's also headquartered in this building. Let's see, they were able to identify and tow 3 of the 4 vehicles that were identified. The other vehicles moved. So hopefully you guys saw that visible progress on there.
They're in two different places.
Yep. Good. Perfect. Next update I have for you is on the basketball rims at 11 Neighborhood Park, a park that my kids like to go to. So update on that. So the court repair is done, but why they haven't reinstalled the rims yet on the basketball court is that they want to demolish and redo the retaining wall adjacent to that basketball court. So until then, the courts will remain closed and off limits. I will try and work with Parks and Rec and DDC to get you an estimated timeline on that retention wall repair. I have a buddy that actually lives right above that basketball court. And the last time we talked about was that Wiley Street on-ramp, and that was a DOT project, that's their paving project. So if I'll report it. I can hand that off to Dallas, and we can follow up by the next meeting unless one of the state representatives or senators have an update on that one. That's all I have. Thank you.
You want to cover item number on the unfinished business, item F2037 Liliha Street? Do you have anything on that?
I don't have an update on that one. I will work with Jira DPP on that one.
I know that when we last talked to Jiro, they're still investigating.
I'll leave it on that.
They're on it. They're on it because we had a site visit on another issue on Panui Street, but right after that, the DPP staff went to 2037 to investigate further. So they should have a report for us soon.
Okay, I'll hold on to that one. Any questions of our city rep? Yes, Henry.
You indicated a newly open facility in Ivale. What is that one?
So this
is that
is
the one by Queens Hospital?
No, this one is the one next to the IHS Sumner Shelter, Salvation Army. I found that one on Sumner Street. It's on the corner of Sumner and Ivale Road.
Oh, okay.
So when they built, it never opened.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got some new life going in there right now. It's functioning as a medical respite. Currently, hopefully, to work with the state, or currently in progress of working with the state to activate the affordable housing units, and later on the kitchen.
Because right now, core program is on the first floor, right?
Correct.
Kind of using it, right?
Correct.
Any other questions? Not? Ed, thank you very much for coming. Nice seeing you again.
Yep.
All right. Moving right along, but before we move along, now that we do have 2/3, is that correct?
Yes.
I'm going to entertain a motion that we add on under presentations, item B, long-term disaster plan community survey. Do we add on the presentations?
I move.
Moved by Brandon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dale, any discussion?
No.
Not? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Motion's carried. We will add under item B under presentations, long-term disaster recovery plan community survey. Okay, thank you. Now, moving right along, District 6, council member. Sure. Council member Pam.
Thank you so much for giving us the time. We passed out our District 6 update. Just to give you some really quick highlights, Councilmember is focused in on game rooms. He's really trying to concentrate on getting those game rooms and specifically targeting the owners of the buildings that house these game rooms. And so there's been a lot of shutdown of game rooms with our task force and our HPD partners. And so we've had some great success. We'll continue on that. Taking a look at the third page, for the city budget, we're very happy that we were able to put in $400,000 for continued funding for the Chinatown Task Force. That includes police that walk in a patrol down in Chinatown, and we have found that it has been very effective. Also, too, we're very proud of the $15,000 for the speed trailer for the Honolulu Police Department. What happened was District 5 reported to us that somebody had vandalized the speed trailer by ripping out the wires and stuff. And so now with the new funding of the $15,000, we'll have another speed monitor trailer that we can put around in our districts to slow people down. Let's see, that's pretty much it for the report. One thing that I wanted to highlight was the city's rental assistance program. So what we're having now is on, and I'll pass these out to everybody, on July the 19th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., we're going to be having a rental and utility workshop specifically for seniors. People can call any one of these phone numbers to get pre-screened for the workshop. Councilmember Cordero just did one in Dillingham at the Dillingham Shopping Center with great success. And right now, they're encouraging everybody to sign up and call, but you can walk in for this program. So basically what this program does is it allows rental relief for new applicants only, for people that need help with their rent. What they need is they need a government ID from the head of the household. You need a signed social security card for everyone over 18 years old. You need a valid rental agreement, as well as proof of financial hardship since March 13, 2020, income documents for every household member, and unpaid rent or utility bills or an eviction notice. We also, Councilmember is very good at this, so he actually created this flyer as well. This has it translated in Vietnamese and Chinese. So that's also there. And it's going to be at Lanakila Multipurpose Senior Center. We've been working with Senator Susie Chun Oakland, as well as Catholic Charities and the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. Many times the program has seniors lined out the door, ready to participate, and we anticipate we're going to have a lot of seniors because of Lanakila Multipurpose Senior Center, as well as the surrounding senior housing in that area. Our last update is that we have repaired the electronic speed monitor sign that is on Nu'uanu Avenue. That was down for about, I would say, about a few months, and we worked with the department to fix it.
Okay, you want to give us a report on our never-ending 1162 Holland Drive?
Yes, but before I do that, I just want to put something on your guys' calendar. So
Sure, go ahead.
September the 16th, we're going to be doing, so 9/16, we're going to be doing a park cleanup at Ka'uluwela Community Park. That's the one close to the library, the Liliha Library. And we just did a park cleanup at Dole Community Park, and that was received with much success. We had a lot of the Rotary clubs, we had the police department helping us, we had the Parks Department, a lot of community volunteers, and we picked up just tons and tons and tons of trash. Councilmember wants to do that in many parks across our district, and Ka'uluwela is the closest one for our neighborhood board. And so as we get closer to it, I will remind you again, but we'd appreciate if all the neighborhood board members came out and participated. Regarding 1162 Holland Drive, we are continuing to work with the Department of Planning and Permitting and the Department of Corporation Counsel for strategy's sake. We're not releasing exactly what the departments are doing, but we can tell you that the community has been activated, Corporation Counsel has been activated, and the Department of Planning and Permitting has been activated to focus in on this 1162 Holland Drive.
I'm glad to hear that something is being done. I still remember my interview on TV.
Right.
That was corrected. It's not 28, it's only 23 toilets.
23 permitted.
Right. And just to give you some insight, the reason why we're not disclosing the strategies is because 9 out of 10 times these individuals are monitoring the neighborhood board transmissions, and we just don't want to say something that would negatively impact their criminal.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
But Jiro has been a great partner, and so has our deputy director, who is our neighborhood board representative. He's been very helpful in assisting us with this very interesting situation.
Very good. Yeah. All right. Any questions for Councilmember Tam? Not, moving right along. Senator Rhodes? Anybody from Senator Rhodes? He did send out a report. It was very short. If not, we'll just pass on him. Senator Kim. Anybody for Senator? There is. All right. Senator Kim's office.
Good evening, Chair Fong. Good evening, Chair Fong, and everybody on the neighborhood board. Thank you. So last Friday, we distributed Senator Kim's community report. I hope that all of you have received it, and if you didn't, please let me know either through the chat box or just contact Senator Kim's office, and I'll be happy to send a copy to you via email. Just touching some items in the community report. Senator Kim did experience the Honolulu Rail, and she had a very pleasant time. Also, I wanted to point out, also in the community report about the capital improvement project funds earmarked for schools. Kapalama Elementary School, $7 million over 2 years to construct parking and drop-off area. Also at Kapalama, $400,000 for new playground equipment, and also $1.5 million and $1.9 million for ADA compliance. And at My Elementary School, we have $3 million for a school-wide telecom upgrades. May-June CIP releases, Like Elementary School, $1.425 million released to finance design and construction for improvements to comply with current ADA standards, and the estimated completion date is August 2025. Maluhia, $464,000 plus to replace the exit doors, and $100,000 to upgrade parking lot lighting for energy savings. The State Transit-Oriented Development, or TOD planning, $350,000 for the plans for the redevelopment of statewide Kamehameha homes and Ka'ahumanu homes in Kalihi to include evaluation of mixed-use development and infrastructure needs, environmental review, and integration of elements and multimodal mobility options. And the last one is the interstate route H1 improvements on the Ola Lane overpass to the Like off-ramp. $1.4 million to finance additional construction for the H1 eastbound improvements from Ola Lane overpass to, again, Like off-ramp. With regard to the governor and his intent to veto, he reduced $1 billion from the executive budget, and you can read more about that in the community report. The Red Hill Navy fuel tank update. The Navy now has a QR code in which you can access to get more updates and information, and I will put in the chat box the link where you can see their dashboard, as well as see all the past press releases and other news that they post for the community to listen. Also about the Navy, they're going to be having a meeting called Community Representation Initiative on July 27th at 5 p.m. And they are inviting the public. Again, I'll place that link in the chat box so that if you're interested in attending, you can get more information. Chair Fong and members of the board, the Navy, the Red Hill Navy Joint Task Force, representatives are willing to appear at our neighborhood board meeting to give a presentation. Should you want it? I just wanted to put that out there because we've been having lots of discussions these past meetings with regard to the Navy's efforts to defuel those tanks at Red Hill. Other issues, constituent concerns. Going back to the Wiley Street and Nu'uanu Street corner, a constituent was complaining about how unsightly it is there because the state has been using it as a staging area for the projects that they've been having, which is the Poly Highway resurfacing project, as well as the safety improvement project at the corner of Wiley and Nu'uanu Street. Senator Kim's office had inquired with DOT, the Hawaii DOT, about when can you restore the area there to its pre-staging. So they said that September is the targeted completion date when both projects will be POW. Hawaii DOT is available to attend a neighborhood board meeting to give a report on its findings and observations regarding the traffic backlog on the School Street, Leilani Street, and Fernandez Street due to the no right turn on red enforcement. So I just wanted to share that with you. And in closing, by now you must have received Senator Kim's community bulletin report that was mailed out to constituents in Senate District 14 if you are also registered to vote. In it is her, are the results of the community surveys that she had listed in her prior newsletter or bulletin. And that's about all for the report. Are there any questions?
Carol?
Yeah, you just said that someone was willing to come and speak about the no right turn on School Street and Leilani and Fernandez Street. Who is that we're supposed to contact?
And yeah, I can go and contact Shelley. She was the person I was talking to in the communications department. And from speaking with her just last week, they have findings on the number of cars that have been turning, have not been abiding by the street signs. And so that's when the police department came out to report or to observe those who were disobeying the signs. So all those facts and findings, she said she would be willing to come out and give a presentation on it.
So how do we get her to do that? Like, do we call and schedule, or do they?
No, as I mentioned, I will be the point person to reach out to her on behalf of all of you folks.
Can you do that, please?
So, all you need, I can follow up with Chair Fong and find out a date or.
Tell me when she's gonna come, maybe she can come to the next meeting, because we do have it on the agenda under unfinished business, item E, which I was gonna ask you about, the right turn on School Street.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, for the next meeting in August.
Yes. The other one that's on the agenda is under unfinished business, item A, eradication of feral chickens. What's to report, if anything? They're still running around, I see.
Yes. We've reached out to the DLNR to follow up with regard to the $5 million that has been allocated for this task. And so I will have an update for you in the next meeting.
So I'll just keep that on the agenda. You can report on the next meeting. Is that okay?
We also have an update on chickens.
Oh, you do? All right.
So regarding feral chickens, the Department of Customer Services is going to be announcing a program soon that will allow you to call that department at the city, and they will bring out a chicken trap. And then the chicken will go into the trap, or the rooster will go into the trap. Then you'll be able to call the department back, and then the department will come and pick up the rooster or the chicken from your yard. That's the program, as it was explained to us.
But that's on private property. How about public?
That's on private property, yeah.
I guarantee you, they don't stay on public property. They come to private property.
All right. All
And
right. That's what
there
I need
will
is
be
this.
one on a rotisserie or in a trap fairly soon.
Or get run over. Oh,
He's pretty smart. He doesn't get run
oh
over.
yeah.
Fine.
Do you have a Red Hill update?
In the report, I do have an update, Chair Fong.
Yes. Hello? Oh.
Would you like me to go through it, or do you want to read it?
I'm sorry. Our neighborhood assistant got locked out. He just emailed me. Look, so I had it on. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What about Red Hill?
Chair Fong, there's an item in the community report about the Navy fuel tank update, in which the Joint Task Force Red Hill announced it's ready to begin gravity defueling. On October 16, 2023, it has completed all of 253 Hawaii Department of Health mandated repairs, enhancements, and modifications at the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility. And so earlier I mentioned that they have a QR code in which I will put in the chat box so that we can gather more information, so that everyone can gather more detailed information on it.
She's the only conduit that we have in regards to the Red Hill, so I'm gonna leave it on the agenda. And if you can have her or you, just keep us updated. Thank goodness, well, I won't say thank goodness, but you know, it doesn't affect our neighborhood, but I know a lot of friends who are in that area that's affected by Red Hills overspill. Plus a lot of lawsuits. So I'll keep that on the.
Chair Fong,
Okay.
if I may just reiterate, if you and the neighborhood board members would like, we can have a representative from the Navy community to come out and just come up a Q&A or do a presentation.
Well, if you feel that it'll benefit our residents, definitely. We don't, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, what's happening. That's pretty much what it is. All we read about is the lawsuits being filed by many individuals. But I'll leave that on the agenda. I'll leave it up to you if you think it'd be beneficial for us. Okay? To have a speaker. Thank you. Any other questions for?
Henry has a question.
Oh, Henry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This might be more for Iris in a sense anyway, but since you're also the point person to deal with the Red Hill, is I've been reading that Ernie's been planning to drill for more wells anyway, to compensate for the loss of water resource that the Halava well has lost anyway. And I kind of disagree with what Wes says. It affects the people in that neighborhood, but it affects all of us because we have to pay for that extra drilling and incorporate new facilities.
Good point. Do you want, Iris, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Did you want an answer? I think I heard him say that we had to look for more wells to replace the ones that have been shut down, and that is true. We are looking around for other wells in the area. and I'm not in the area, sorry, outside the area, excuse me. And like you do say, actually, it does affect this area in a way because we do transport water from Waipahu down to East Honolulu. So a lava shaft, which is one of those large ones that we did turn off, is we do need to make it up.
Can we have the federal government, the Navy, pay for these dwellings? Drillings?
Well, at this time, I don't know if we're going to be able to get reimbursed, but we just need to move forward and look for the replacement, and hopefully we can get some kind of reimbursement or something eventually. That's the next. Does that help answer the question?
Yeah, well, since it affects all of us, as I've been corrected, and you know, Senator Kim and the Board of Water Supply can keep us informed what's happening. Henry had a good question about more wells, you know, where we can drill.
Yeah, so that's part of what we're, oh, sorry, yeah, so we are looking around for that. And any Red Hill updates that Board of Water might have there is a Honolulu Board of Water, the Board of Water Supply website. There is an area that has Red Hill updates from the Board of Water standpoint.
Okay, that's great.
And I did, just so happened I ended up channel surfing and I saw Olelo having Ernie doing a discussion with one of the neighborhood boards. Okay, he was also presenting saltwater desalination as a water source anyway.
Yes, we are looking to do desalination out at Campbell Industrial Park, Kalailoa. So we are looking into that project, and we have some design build plans going on with that. So that's an alternative also.
Any other questions? Want to move along? Thank you very much.
Glad I was here.
Let's see, Representative Takinochi, Jenna?
Hi, Chair. Hi, everybody. Congratulations on starting a new year. Yay. Welcome back, Dale. Glad to see you back on the board. Oh, sorry, I just closed my report. Okay, just a couple quick things to update you on. The Liliha Botanical Garden homeless encampment, unfortunately still no date for the sweep of that area under the School Street Bridge, but I'll continue to follow up until we kind of get them out there again.
Takes care of that one. All right, I'll leave it on the agenda. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I know it's always been taking us a number of months to kind of get them out there, but yeah, I'll continue to follow up. I guess with the rose ring parakeets and chicken, I guess work that I was following up on for the board. The governor did line item veto the $5 million for feral animals. But you know, happy to keep looking into the issue and how the state can support kind of getting feral animals off our public lands. And that's probably going to have to be something we take up next year in the budget, but happy to reintroduce a bill to kind of take a look at that. The rose ring parakeets issue, there is still money for invasive species in the budget, so I'll still be following up with DLNR about whether we can get some of that funneled towards the rose ring parakeet issue to address that. Just a couple quick updates. Oh, Bernie shared about the Maluhia funds that got released. The Hawaii State Foundation Culture and the Arts is put out a request for qualifications for artists to be part of their Art in Public Places program. If you might not know, actually the state, this Hawaii State, the foundation curates local art for everything, and they put it up, like this painting behind me is actually on loan to me from that program. The state kind of curates arts and kind of puts it in all our public offices so that people can enjoy them whenever they're going. But they are putting out a request for local artists. It's an international program, but of course we give special preference and consideration to our Hawaii artists. Applications will need a a resume, an artist statement, 7 images of their work. And if you know any aspiring artists out in our community, please let them know. Maybe we can get some of their art into our program. They're collecting applications until September 1st, and I'll put a link to the application process in the chat after this. Also, yeah, I hope all of you also received my end of session newsletter that went out last month, at the end of last month. I also put a link to that in the chat if you didn't get a chance to see that. Let me know if you didn't receive it. I can double check that we have your address corrected in our database. But yeah. Any questions or anything else I can take back for next month?
Do you have any, I should have asked, I forgot it, under item G, on unfinished business, red light camera status? Somebody, stats rather.
Was that to me?
No, I don't think it's for you, but I just wondered, I have it under state, I don't know who was supposed to do that.
I think Senator Rhodes' office has been reporting on that. But if you have a question, I can.
Oh, can Senator Rhodes' office follow up with that?
They're not here.
That's Senator Kim's office.
They're not here.
That's
She's
Senator
in.
Kim.
Chair?
All right, that's fine.
Chair, I can simply follow up with Shelley at DOT.
Yeah, if you could just, I think somebody asked about the stats. How is it running?
I'll find out from Shelley. I believe there was another representative from the DOT that I can reach out to. She was previously there at earlier meetings, so I'll keep you posted and email you.
I'm assuming it's working. I mean, hopefully
Sure.
it'll cut down. Yes.
Vineyard Boulevard and Palomas Street, 908 citations. Vineyard Boulevard and Liliha Street, 333 citations going northwest, 886 citations southeast. Vineyard and Boulevard and Nuuanu Avenue, 198 citations. Poly Highway and Vineyard, 54 citations northwest, 379 citations southeast. Poly Highway and School Street, 760 citations. Likelike and School Street, 594 citations northeast approach, 123 citations northwest approach, 57 citations southwest approach, 81 citations southeast approach. Ward Avenue and King Street, 360 citations south approach, 168 citations east approach. Kapiolani Boulevard and Kamakee Street, 399 citations. Beretania Street and Picoy Street, 690 citations north approach, 322 citations east approach. McCully Street and Agaroba, 606 citations.
So this year you reduce taxes.
I am flabbergasted. I really am.
I had heard the total was something about 9,000. So that's
That was for what duration?
that's through 7/3, so July 3rd.
Wow.
From the beginning of whenever each light started till July 3rd.
Yeah, I think the bottom line is, if you can have a report, I'm curious, is it working? Is it working? In other words, I'd like to see the stats maybe 3 months from now. I mean, that's amazing.
And the news reported that not everyone tries to get out of it, but unless your car is stolen, you can't get out of that ticket.
Yeah. Do you hear my question? Senator Kim can just give us an update maybe 3 months from now. Give us a time, but my gosh. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Representative Tatanucci, thank you for your report. You know, we hosted a Albizia workshop recently in our district in Kalihi Valley for invasive species. And at that meeting, a lot of people were talking about the parakeets. So a lot of them were saying that they saw parakeets in their neighborhood and were kind of wondering what was being done about it. So, you know, they really liked your idea of putting money in the budget to have DLNR study the issue further. And so maybe if you could revisit that again for this next legislative session, at least to study the issue so that we know better how many of them are on Oahu, where the concentrations are, and how can we control the population before it gets out of hand like Kauai. Because right now on Kauai, they're killing like hundreds every day. And so we just kind of want to prevent something like that from happening.
I'm sorry, who's killing what?
Parakeets. So on the tree line in Kapa'a, the Department of Land and Natural Resources is taking pellet guns and just blasting them because, you know, on Oahu right now, we're losing about 10% of the crops. But on Kauai, it's way higher. Because the parakeets know.
Not parakeets, parrots.
What was that?
Parrots.
Parrots.
Oh, parrots. Yeah.
Rose-ring parrots.
Rose-ring parrots, yeah. So whatever these birds are, they don't wait till the fruit gets ripe. They can just eat straight through a green papaya, like no problem. So that's the danger.
Lychee and stuff.
Everything.
Avocado.
Whatever, right? Everything. So yeah. But thank you, Rep. Appreciate it.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
and if we can't get any of the money that's currently in the budget for that, happy to reintroduce the bill for next year to earmark that funding.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have, I said before, I'm the State Ethics Commission. I have 2 commissioners from Kauai, and I think the parrots and the chickens, I think it'll outpopulate the population.
Chickens for sure.
Yeah. I have a question which is more personal. If a feral chicken gets into my property, can I shoot it?
Okay, you gotta stop asking that question, okay? You've asked it many times and got the same answer.
And what was the answer?
No.
See, that's the reason I asked it again. It's my property.
But your bullet can't guarantee it will stay on your property.
As long as it doesn't use your property, you're fine.
That's okay, forget my question.
Yeah, it would be easier to just get one of those traps that the city's doing.
I won't say what I'll do if it gets on my property. All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions? No. Okay. Thank you very much, Representative.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah. Okay. Moving right along, representative from Joel Mizuno's office. None?
Nope.
Representative from Daniel Holt's office. Spencer, they are within our district, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I just want to verify for the public, why am I calling these names? All right. And we already met our governor's representatives. He's gone anyway. Any representative from the first congressional district? Ed Keats? All right, moving right along. Presentation. Do we have a representative in regards to telecommunications for St. Francis?
Yes. My name is Shane. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, welcome. All yours.
Okay. So, sorry. There we go. So, my name is Shane, Visitation. I'm an employee with Network Connects. I'm a consultant for Dish Wireless, and basically, my presentation is on their proposal for a new telecommunications facility or installation in the Liliha area. So, not sure if anyone's aware, but Dish Wireless is going to be a new national wireless carrier, and they're expected to launch their new network in 2024 and provide the residents of the Liliha community with access to their network. They're proposing to build a new facility on the rooftop of St. Francis Medical Center that's located at 2226 Liliha Street. The TMK is 18018-025. They're going to be co-locating, well, they're looking to co-locate on that rooftop with another existing carrier that's already there. So let me try and share my screen. And let me know if you guys can see the map. What I have is a large site plan, which should be visible. Is it up?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, what they're looking to do is install 3 antennas on the same penthouse that the other carrier is on. one located on the northeastern, facing the northeastern area of Liliha, one facing south, and then one facing west, with the equipment located slightly to the east, also on top of that rooftop. We did create some photo simulations to give you folks a more better visual of what this would look like once installed. Shucks. So this is not, here we go. So this first view here, sorry, is a visual from Keolewa Place, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's like a little roundabout in there. It's a little hard to see, but the one antenna here on this sector, I have a little better blown up photo. Shucks. Here we go. Shucks, that didn't help. Well, basically the antenna is pointed out here is where it would be installed. The second view here gives you a better view of the two antennas facing the south and west on these two corners. I thought I had these were supposed to be blown up, so I apologize. Slightly blown up so you could see them better, but the images kind of look exactly the same. This third and last view is actually from the main road when I walked up Liliha Street, trying to see if I would be able to see the antenna on that southern corner from the main road, and basically from where I took the photo, the antenna would not be visible. This is what I'm showing there. That's pretty much it. If you folks have any questions, I can answer them now, or I can also, shucks. I'm gonna also type my email address in the chat once let me stop sharing.
Thank you very much, Shane. Do you need any action from our neighborhood board? Or is this strictly for information?
Yeah, informational. We are going to be submitting a zoning application, so this is just part of that process.
Okay. Any questions? Yes.
There's one online. Melissa from St. Francis.
Oh,
yeah, hi.
Melissa.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to clarify, this is not an affiliated St. Francis project. It's located on the St. Francis campus. So 2226, the building is with a different, so they're a tenant of ours located on the St. Francis campus. But this is not a project where St. Francis is funding or doing anything with that particular project. So I just want to make sure that I clarify that.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the board? Any from the public? If not, Shane, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Moving right along, item number B, long-term disaster recovery plan community survey. Do we have someone representing them?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Daye. Mish.
I don't know how to.
Daye, is that right? Daye, right.
Oh yes, this is Daye.
Yeah, go ahead, it's all yours.
Okay. So I'm here to inform you about the city's long-term disaster recovery plan that the city's resilience office is developing in collaboration with the Department of Emergency Management. So the plan will include a roadmap for how the city and local communities can build back better if a major disaster occurs in Hawaii. So I shared the link to the project website in the chat. Please visit the website to see more information about the plan. So as part of the planning process, we are currently gathering insights from residents across the island with a community survey. So we would like to hear from you about needs, concerns, and priorities related to disaster recovery within your community. I also put the link to the survey in the chat. We ask that you please take a few minutes to complete the survey, and please share the survey with your network if you can. So that's all I have today. Mahalo.
What, go ahead.
Could you please tell us what it is? Those of us in the room cannot see what's in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Well, the survey, is that what you want?
I want to know what the link is.
Oh, let me, the question, follow up to what Carol's asked. I was discussing it with our neighborhood assistant. If you want to get that survey to us to help you fill out, what's the best way of doing it? And I think our neighborhood assistant had a suggestion. I don't know if that answers your question, Carol, but go ahead.
Yes, so the survey is just a link. Is that correct, Ms. Shim?
Yeah, it's the link on the website, but if you want printed copies, you can call the resilience office. So I also put the number, but I can tell you the number since you cannot see the chat. It's 808-768-2277.
Do you have another method?
Yes, so I wanted to announce that we have a Google Drive for this board. And the Google Drive will be nice for presentations or reports from elected officials or presenters. With the link, it's hard because I can't just drop the link into the drive, but I can create a Word doc and put information from the chat, such as links, and I can just paste the whole chat into a Word doc and then post it on our Google Drive. And I can share the link to the drive with all the members, and it'll also be on the minutes and the agenda moving forward.
Did you hear that, Ms. Shim? Maybe it's that easier. We discussed this before the meeting. So basically, we can get the public can get the survey through our Google link. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. And it'll also be on the minutes as well.
And it's on the minutes too.
But that doesn't come out for a month.
Yeah, so we will be posting it as soon as we get done with it.
Right.
So it could be before the month, before like a.
What's your deadline, Ms. Shim? I know the reason why we put you on now rather than wait is because wasn't there a deadline for that survey?
Yeah, so we are closing the survey on August 15th.
Can you say what the website is so we can at least go to it?
Yeah, it's the resilientoahu.org/disaster recovery.
Could you repeat that again?
resilientoahu.org/disaster recovery.
Resilient Oahu. Resilient Oahu.org.
Resilientoahu.org.
Yes.
Disaster and recovery.
Disaster recovery.
Could you send us
Thank
an
you.
email?
Yeah, I'll
And we're
send it to you.
Yeah, we're gonna put that in the minutes anyway, so.
Yeah.
So we'll have enough time to finish up your, do your survey. essentially.
Thanks so much.
Like, really,
Any questions from the board?
do it before then.
Any questions from the public? If not, Ms. Shim, thank you very much. Glad you got on board. Okay. Next on the agenda, approval of minutes of May 8, 2023. Are any corrections? Not, I entertain a motion that we approve the minutes of May 8, 2023.
I move.
Moved by Brandon.
She didn't come in.
Second by
They didn't
Dale.
come in the May.
I think they were sent with the recess notice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was second, yeah. Okay, any discussion? Not? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? Motion carried. Under unfinished business, I think we covered A to G.
Yes.
So, and all of them will remain still again on the unfinished business. New business. I'd like to have Mr. Bixby Ho come up. Before I give him, look what I found a penny.
Oh, you're gonna give that to him.
That's your compensation.
Bixby, never say that West Palm didn't give you.
Brand new.
It's 2023.
Never let anybody ever say that West Palm didn't give you.
Well, not West Palm. This is on
the
behalf
universe.
of the neighborhood board for the service. Brand new penny.
Yeah, exactly right. These things for like 9 years and.
Anyway,
good job, Bixby.
Bixby, let me just read the certificate of recognition. It says on behalf of, no, I got mine over here. On behalf of the Neighborhood Commission and the Liliha Neighborhood Board number 14, we hereby present the certificate of recognition to Bixby Ho, Neighborhood Board member. In recognition for your service to the Liliha Neighborhood Board, mahalo for all you've done to support initiatives that promote and ensure the well-being and health, safety, and security of the residents of Liliha, Pu'unuinui, Oleva, Kamehameha Heights, Board number 14. We sincerely wish you much success in your future endeavors. Mahala Nui Loa, Chair Fong, and also the Executive Secretary Lloyd Elnaka. Congratulations.
We're gonna miss you, Bixby. But you can still come and do the Facebook Live if you want.
No.
I just threw it out there.
Would you like to say a few words?
A few words. No, thank you, everybody. It's bittersweet. I've been going back and forth with this for like 8 years now. I think Dale was still treasurer at the time. I think Dale was coming back as treasurer. Congratulations again, by the way. It was a really nice transition from chair to chair between you and Chair Stubbs, who he should be coming back to, right? Yeah, we'll see. It's a great feeling to know that I worked with all you guys for these many years, and keep up the good work. We're always watching, okay?
Spencer, can we vote that we can't accept his resignation? Like he has to.
No, too late.
Thank you very much.
I think that would be a hostage.
Can we create a new sub-district for him? Thank you.
Well, now we got all that money, is he buying drinks?
I think so.
For your information, we do also have certificates for 4 other departing members, or 3 departing members, who have served a full term, because we have 2 that resigned, so we're not giving them certificates. So we will make sure that they have these certificates, and we'll call them and have them come and pick it up. Let's see, Sarah, Ian, and Tricia.
Yeah. I'm still trying to work on Ian.
There you go, halfway for him, for Cornell, right?
Yeah. And I don't think he's here. Kapuna was not full time. So with that, let's see, Malahia. Anybody from Malahia? Anybody from St. Francis? Melissa?
Yeah, hi, Chair Fong and
Hi.
Neighborhood Board. Hello. I had a couple of things that I wanted to share. So I wanted to let you folks know that our adult daycare on the Liliha campus opened on 7/5/2023. So what happened is we shut down our Manoa location that was located near the convent or on the premises of St. Francis School, and we moved the participants here to the Liliha location. So we're excited about that. We did inform our neighborhood or the neighbors that there may be a little bit more traffic in that on the Mahalo Street side, so they were aware. But nothing, no loud noises or anything like that as we made that transition. So it was people were excited to be in the new location. Secondly, we do have a construction project that may add a little bit of noise. So at one of our town hall meetings that we had with, or that the mayor had, one of the things that came up was, DPP has always been an issue of contention regarding the delays that we've incurred. And so one of our permits actually got approved. And so we'll have some noise, and it's fronting the adult day center, and it's just connecting one of the a water abatement situation in front of the adult day, but it's not gonna present any problems because a lot of the pre-work was done, and it's just a matter of now just making that connection to the water system. So we're thankful for that. With that said, we do have one more project that we are trying to get completed, and that is the third floor of our Halio Meliana, or assisted living project. So we do have, that one is in the design phase, has been going back and forth more recently with DPP and our general contractor. But we hope to get some resolution within the next couple of weeks. So Jiro has been, really helping us to get the design team on our side more so, being able to get the responses back as quickly as possible to try to get our permits through. So hopefully that will be resolved in the next couple of weeks. And then lastly, we had one of our first meetings with Board of Water Supply, and this has to do with water audits, primarily for Kupuna. So one of the projects that Ernie Lau had done, it was pre-COVID time that they started to, or wanted to initiate the project, was to assist Kupuna, primarily those that are asset limited, with doing water audits. And so, that's the population that we service. And so we had our first meeting end of June to just start the conversations about assisting with making referrals to Hawaii Board of Water Supply to be able to, for Kupuna housing or houses, that we assist with doing some audits. Since we're already in the home with various community services that we provide, we thought that would be a good avenue. So we're working on a collaboration project. It's going to be a pilot project, but hoping to get that initiated and off the ground. And what the audit entails is having somebody, or Hawaii Board of Water Supply, along with their third-party subcontractors, working to see where there may be leaks or things of that nature in the house. As you folks know, we Kupuna are having difficulty with making ends meet sometimes, and so having the water audit and being able to reduce, hopefully, their water bill is what we're looking for. And in addition, we do have some supplemental funds that we do get from the city. So if there is an issue, we potentially have the ability to support, at least being able to subsidize some of any of the work that may be needed within the Kupuna houses. So just wanted to share that with you folks. And that's it.
Thank you. Also, congratulations, because that was a very nice article by my friend Yu Xing Ting about honoring the governor and our friend Jerry, which was very sad. I saw the governor the other night at a restaurant anyway, and we chit-chatted and I congratulated him. He was elated, but that was a very nice article. And it was a nice quote by my friend Ivan Louis Kwan, which he's doing a great job. So congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, comments? If not, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Lanakila.
So we've already talked about the rent relief workshop that's coming up at Lanakila. That's coming up. All of the clubs are doing lots and lots of things. Japanese Club, Okinawan Club had health fairs. Hawaii Pacific Health did a health booth just today. Happy Serenaders did a concert at St. Francis Senior Center. The classes are very well attended and getting bigger. They're starting new ukulele classes on Saturday, and pickleball is starting up.
Where do you play that?
Lanakila Gym across the street.
Oh, what ended you?
And then they're starting August 28th. They'll start walk-in registrations for the next session. So anyone 60 and older is welcome to come and join Lanakila Senior Center. They'll be doing things like CPR training, making the Genki balls that they put into the alawai, clean up the alawai. They're doing plants as a fundraiser, and they're going on excursions all over the place every week. And so come on down to Lanakila Senior Center. There's lots happening there.
Yes, good.
Yeah, so we did a site visit to Lanakila Multipurpose Senior Center to prepare for the Red Relief Workshop. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow the seniors to come through the back area on the fence, and then come through and then stage them in their lanai area, and then also to have another waiting area by the kitchen. And so Catholic Charities, Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement, and Office of Economic Revitalization, they've been very helpful, and I think that it's going to be a good event. And again, encourage any senior contact to call one of these numbers to be pre-screened prior to, so they can start the process already. But in a worst case scenario, they are handling walk-ins as well.
Great. Yeah. Questions by anybody?
Oh, sorry. And the reason why this date was chosen was because in conjunction with Senator John Oakland and Catholic Charities, they found that this particular date on July the 19th had the most seniors that would likely be taking advantage of the rent relief program.
What day is that?
This is Wednesday.
Yep.
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
Any questions? Okay. Any questions from the public? Not? Moving right along. Friends of the Liliha Library?
Sure. Sure. Plenty.
Liliha Library?
Yeah, no report yet as to our grand opening day, but hopefully we'll have it soon. And yeah, other than that, the library is going strong. So.
Will there be an open house?
Oh, sure. There hopefully will be. I think they're just right now it's summertime, so a lot of the kids are utilizing the library, so it's probably going to be in the fall. Yeah.
We just had our Friends of the Library book sale.
There you go. Yeah.
It's good. Any questions? Any other nonprofit organizations? If not, our next board meeting is Monday.
I have an announcement.
Is that correct? August 14, 2023. And if we keep our fingers crossed, it may be my school. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Again, welcome and congratulations to our newest member. Well, I don't know if it's new, he's a repeat, you know. Dale White. So Dale, again, welcome. He's new. A lot of us are re-elected. Yes.
Yeah, so I forgot to tell in my report, but Councilmember DeSantis staff had the honor and privilege of hosting chats as well as his Kalihi YMCA students to a tour of Honolulu Hale, as well as the council chamber. And his students were very bright, asking a lot of great questions. They got to take some pictures in the chamber, and hopefully one day, one of your students or multiple of your students will become council members themselves. So thank you, Chancellor, for coming down. And if anybody wants a tour of the Hale and the surrounding grounds, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we'll be more than happy to do it.
I really stop at council member. Go for the mayor's job.
Yeah. Wes Fong can be your guy because he can find pennies on the ground and he's got that gavel right there. So.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Just thank you to yourself, as well as Lisa, for helping to arrange it, and for yourself and the council member for hosting. It's really appreciated. Really liked it. It was a really fun field trip.
Anytime, we should do it, regularly or, periodically throughout the year. Yeah, for any of your students.
Or your board members.
Yeah, sure. If you guys want to come down.
Any other further business, any announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I move.
Moved by Brandon, seconded by Chance. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Oh, yeah.
Any opposed?
No opposed.
And I will gavel out.
Oh, boy.